to this special broadcast. You're watching NewsX. My name is Vineet Malhotra, and today we'll be speaking to two special ladies who've made their mark in their own respective fields in the country. Joining me on this platform is Swarleen Kaur and Shefali Chopra. Swarleen, let me start by asking you the talk room. I can even see the logo behind you. I've been a part of some of your endeavors as well. How did the idea, how was this in fact put into motion by you? How did you think of the talk room? Take us through it.
Well, thank you. That's my favorite question because it's all about talk room. Swarleen is all about talk room. In fact, the talk room, as the name suggests, it is about talking. Talk, but talk sense. We converse, we communicate, and we confer. Being a personality development coach and an educator for a long time now, I was thinking of telling students and the youth of our country that how important it is to build our personality, how important it is to communicate where they lack it, because that's one of the important skills, And once I was out in Ludhiana and I saw, a drawing room with a furniture shop, and then I saw the reading room. I said, I'm going to build the talk room. And here we are going to talk sense. We are talk about opening our hearts and, much about learning how to talk. So that's talk room all about and how it evolved.
It's very simple. A room where you get to talk. In fact, it's a very simple concept, and that is where the brilliance of it lies as well. Shefali, I've been, in and around some of the projects that you have handled. You've been extremely, in fact, professional and thorough with the approach that you have rendered to them. How did you get associated with the talk room? Take us through it.
Vineet, I met Swarleen during pandemic itself. And we got into a conversation, as Swarleen says, we got into talking. And when we realized that we had similar passion, I'm a storyteller, I'm a motivational speaker, a TEDx speaker too, I'm a theater exponent. And I realized I could also contribute a lot in the talk room. And we realized we have a similar value system and ethics too. I mean, that's what our bond became stronger by the day. This is how we met. And this is how I became a part of talk room.
First. We became friends first, professionalism came later on.
That's true. That's true.
Swarleen, also talk about the International Children's Summit. I believe that has been a watershed moment in your business and in your projects.
Yeah, of course. This International Children's Summit actually came from children. One day I was taking their class and, they were sitting and talking about the annual days and the fates and, all this going on in their school in the month of November. How they missed it. So just we had a talk with the team and, they said, come on, let's create it for them. And there were almost 40 to 50 students who volunteered to be the hosts and the student panels. And, we could see the excitement back and we said, let's come with a bang. And then, we started to think about it, talk about it to many educators. And they said, it's a wonderful idea. And they gave us a green signal and they wanted to be associated, their schools associated with us. And that's how this International Summit came into being actually. But the major focus was to tell children that, whether it is pandemic or any kind of difficulty, the only thing is don't stop. Don't stop yourself, because if the youth stops, the nation stops. And the major thing was to motivate them that, whatever situation is, we can just bring back our good times again. It's no stopping.
Absolutely. It's a compelling point. And Shefali, pandemic has been good for some people. It's been bad for some people in the sense professionally, a lot of people have leveraged the pandemic. Educational institutes have, in fact, been running to the bank ever since the pandemic happened because of the digital, onslaught, which has become so prominent now. You have handled a lot of events and participation. Has that also been impacted because of COVID?
Of course, yes. There has been a lot of impact. But we realized when we started doing this session, the Children's Summit, we had about 8 countries participating with us, children coming from 8 countries. We had more than 60 panelists. We had great jury. We had amazing people who came as our chief guests. So there was no looking back for us. I think suddenly the world became small. And actually, if you really ask me, this is the time to pick up the new reins. We learn every day. I always say we learn, we unlearn, and we relearn again. So that is our mantra, and we are not going to quit. So definitely don't quit.
Okay, that's a valid point. And Swarleen, what's your vision for the talk room? I'm sure when you started out, there was perhaps an apex to your industry and to your company that you've in fact wanted to achieve. What is that all about? Tell our viewers.
The talk room is actually about youth. It's about the new corporates. It's about the new trainers who are coming up in the market. And the only thing that they come back and they hold back on is the communication skills, are coming to the public and speaking, enhancing their personality. So the talk room has definitely a broader vision towards it, developing their personality, talking much and much more and more about the communication skills, the public speaking, and how it can be enhanced, and how to fight the fears. We see many of the youngsters fighting this fear of talking in public. So we are here sitting, telling them that you don't have to worry about it. We have a broader vision to make it more and more international. Definitely, we've joined hands with some schools at international levels who are quite happy about it, that we have a very nice curriculum designed for each and every student individually also, so that, see, nobody has the same personality. As I always say, it's a unique identity card that we carry with us. So one personality cannot match the other. So here at the talk room, we definitely make sure that personal attention and individual attention is the focus, where every child or every youth who's coming to us is definitely looked onto into an individual aspect, because everybody carries something unique and we just have to enhance that uniqueness in them. So that's a broader vision, going global, definitely, and taking out the best of the individual, I must say.
That's in fact very important. A lot of people, Shefali, underestimate or undermine the role of a good personality or the role of effective communication while pursuing anything. Having said that, where do you see this platform in another couple of years? Is this something which is going to gain more impetus, more momentum, more credibility and demand because of the times we find ourselves in? Because communication has become a very important aspect of our life, and the digital platforms have even made communication easier. But just because it's easy doesn't mean people are good at it.
True. I agree with you. I must go back in time. Just some time back, I'm sure Swarleen would remember, we did one of the largest debates, all India, on this same platform. And I tell you, we created history that day. And this particular session that we did for the Children's Summit also has created history. I mean, who thought that we will only celebrate Children's Day 14th November? We decided to celebrate it for a whole week. And today I can see that children are imbibing, they're learning, and they're more than eager to do so. Believe me, Vineet, it is not about communicating only on the stage. Like when you go on the stage, gone are those days. Now people, they want to basically effectively communicate even in their day-to-day living. And I think this kind of platform, when given to them, and nothing can be better. I think they can sit at home and learn so much more. And that's exactly what they're doing. And I realize not only are they learning from us, we are learning from them. And of course, we have big plans coming our way. There are so many new things that we are going to do. We are combining so many arts forms. We are going to be having storytelling, maybe including a lot of new things which we are going to keep as a surprise, other than, of course, public speaking and personality development and LSWR, which Swarleen takes. And I think people are happy whenever they come to us. I have always seen them coming back to us. That is our USP.
Actually, coming back to this point, as Shefali said, we devised a plan beneath LSRW. Now, LSRW is basically about the skills. It's listening, speaking, reading, and writing. When children pass out their class 12 and they look for IELTS course, they have to go to abroad, then they start searching for this. So we said, why not implant it right at the age? Children from class 2 to 3 also have started to do this course. And I'm so happy that we are already catering students from Singapore, Dubai, Japan, and also from Riyadh.
Wonderful. Last question, perhaps, which I would like to ask both of you. You've already emphasized the importance of communication skills. Listening, speaking, writing, and reading are, in fact, extremely important. Gone are the days where you could get by in this cruel world without being a good communicator. Who can the talk room benefit? Who all rather can benefit from the talk room and the concept that you have started? Please elaborate that for us. Then we'll go to Shefali.
It's absolutely, it's for youth. It's for all those corporates who have entered this corporate world. It's for the trainers. It's for the women. It's for any housewife sitting at home thinking that, I can't do it. But let me tell you, we all can do it. So it's about every one of us who wants to learn communication. Yes, of course, we definitely give a stress on youth because, they are the nation builders, and they definitely look ahead to get into something that they are lacking in. And sometimes you're surprised when they come back to us that, ma'am, though we've been doing all this in school, but we are realizing how important it is and how important it is to learn this. It's just like an art. So I think everybody who comes to us is going to benefit in one or the other way. What say, Shefali?
I think you're absolutely right, Swarleen. There's nothing much that I can really add on to. But yes, I think it's meant for everybody, and especially for those who probably missed out a chance of doing something that they really wanted to do. This is a good time. So all those who think that, oof, I didn't have time sometime back, this is your time. And I think you should come here and rediscover yourself is what I feel.
One more question that I'm taking the liberty of asking both of you is that
Sure.
how do you address the issue of a lot of children, a lot of people, even grown-ups, having stage fright? That also applies to speaking in front of a number of people. How would you address that? Swarleen, let's begin with you, and then we'll end with Shefali.
The biggest fear is speaking in front of the public. कहते हैं ना क्या सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग. So that's the biggest fear that children carry, or the youth are, we as elders carry in us that, how to speak in front of everyone, because what is the other person going to analyze out of that? So forget it, please. Everybody, every good speaker also has that fear of speaking in the public. One who says, I don't have a fear is a liar, I must tell you. But that fear has to be definitely, you have to win over that fear. Remember, nobody is a perfectionist. If you learn this art, nothing is difficult, and it can be mastered, There's nothing you have to go and, bury those mountains and all, nothing else. Just work on it and you'll be there.
To this, I would like to say, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. So we make sure that in our talk room, we're going to train them efficiently. And we have all kind of educators who are, gurus in their own field, and they'll make sure that they'll do well. We all have a beginning when we feel, oh my God, I don't think so. And believe me, as an educator and as somebody who has trained children for more than 14 to 15 years in theater, doing my own scripts as well, I realize when we begin, it's a very raw thing. And by the time they finish, they completely transform into something beautiful and, completely different. And that's when people see them and they're like, wow, how did this happen?
That's a beautiful thought. And on that note, thank you so much, Swarleen and Shefali. Wish both of you all the best. In corporates, universities, schools, whoever is watching this special program will definitely gravitate towards you because they will realize the nobility and in fact the avant-garde which is associated with this beautiful concept. Thank you so much, both of you, for speaking to us on this.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.